Hello everyone, Celestial Farm Girl here. Welcome to my channel. I hope everybody is doing well this evening and that your day went just as planned. Right? Right. We're here to do a Battle of the Sexes read, and this is for the Divine Feminine. First, I'd like to tell everybody thank you so much for all your subscribes, all new subscribers. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. And to all those who like and share or just stop in to say hello and hi, thank you very much. And I just really do appreciate that. Thank you. We're here to do this reading, and I can't think. Let me look and see if I got some notes here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I definitely wanted to start letting everybody know I feel like you're my sisters and brothers out there. And I feel pretty like family, you know, because you guys were just, you touched my heart. Some of you's made me cry. And it was pretty beautiful. It was very beautiful. I loved it. Thank you so much. And I guess that's it. That's it. Okay, with that being said, I guess we're going to do a reading for the Divine Feminine, see what kind of energy she's in today. And just to let you know, I looked at Divine Masculine yesterday too, so I thought I had to make it fair. And I'm really kind of glad I did because we got the moon, Pisces. And you know, last week I said something that the moon is for Cancer, but it's not. The Chariot is Cancer. And I remember saying that when I saw this. I was like, uh-oh. But anyway, this is a Piscean moon. And this is all about diving into the depths of our soul and accepting those things that don't make us so happy about ourselves. Those things that we don't want others to know about. Those things that we don't like for people to see. And coming to peace with those things. Allowing those things to be laid to rest. And to lay him to rest with the saying is, if I had it or coulda or woulda thought of doing better, I woulda. At the time, I did the best I could, right? Right. And forgiving oneself, comforting oneself. But then again, it goes very much deeper, and I definitely wanted to read this. It literally opened up to the moon a while ago when I was looking at it before I started the reading. And it was very profound. So here we go, the moon, Pisces. Let me hold this up while I read so you guys can kind of be looking at it a little bit. We got the picture in there? Yes. The moon invites us to observe our more hidden and intimate side from up close, in the darkness, under its light. Our senses become more receptive, and everything we see acquires a new, deeper, and magical dimension. Connected to intuition, profound visions, and to emotion, femininity, dreams, and psychic abilities, the moon card echoes intensely in Pisces. The moon asks us to investigate our darker side because only through the integration of every part can we access a more complete and spiritually satisfying life. It also asks us to observe the cycles that are completed in our life, to change them if necessary, to avoid repeating the same errors. The moon invites us to observe our more hidden and intimate side, our darker side, our shadow side. to become friends with our anger, to become friends with, when we aren't so easy to get along with. Sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes things don't go perfectly, or even not that. Maybe things get repeated again and again, and my puppy's squeaking, and they get repeated again and again, and we decide we're going to cut that out of our life. Well, we can't always be easy when we're cutting things out of our life. We want to be sometimes, but sometimes there's difficulty. And, we have to, work at it or keep trying or never give up, And what am I thinking of, This card does not call for compromise at all. This card calls for integration. To integrate your best parts with your shadow self. That part that you're afraid to look at. That part you can't get under control. You gotta love it through it. You love your shadow self through the pain, the fear, the anger, the frustration. God says you gotta love both halves of yourself. You can't just love the good part of yourself. You gotta love both halves. Wow. That's pretty deep. Yeah. You got to love your good side and even what you consider your bad side. What if that part you considered your bad side, your anger, or you're not willing to tolerate things anymore, or, your boundaries, do not consider them a part of your bad side, even though they are your shadow side and protected by your shadow side. They're actually there to protect your light, to make sure that, it don't go dark, so that you can look through and protect yourself. Yeah, never be afraid of your dark side, because your dark side is what protects your light side. And that's what God wants to come to. Now, there's one more paragraph. So remember that. Make friends with your dark side. It's the best protection you have. Usually when the dark side comes out, everybody runs, right? Yeah. Yeah, so let it be. It protects you from all that noise, or those who trespass boundaries, or those who are seeking pity. The best way to teach people is with, firmness and holding people accountable for how they act. And when we do that, we generally are going to use the shadow side, the sternness, the pillar of severity. Because we work through two pillars. We work through the pillar of mercy. We work through the pillar of severity. And we know which one to use at which time to use it. So your anger and your frustration and your, you feel, you don't know what's going on. That's your emotions telling you that something around you is upsetting you, and that you really need to have a look at it and figure out a discussion for it. If it's somebody you know or whatever, if you don't know what it is, then you'd want to meditate on it and go within. Go within. In fact, I would actually suggest going in or within first. So now I'm going to read the second paragraph. Divine Feminines, I love you. Pisces. The last sign of the zodiac is a guiding sign like Aries, the first sign. But Pisces is guided to the inner world, to our depths. At the end of the zodiac, the daily and the spiritual are united and complementary, just like the symbol itself of the sign, which depicts two equal and opposing fish, governed by Neptune, the planet of things that are hidden and mysterious. It invites us into the unknown, the light of the moon. Dreams, sensitivity, inner reality, feminine, magic, and mystery. So this is all about the divine feminine, looking within herself for her magic and her mystery. That's pretty beautiful. What do we want to use? I need to get new tarot decks, my friends. Yes, I'm going to this month. I'm going to send off and get some new ones. I want some tarot that also carries, like, the best qualities of the male and the best qualities of the female, and to use these to bring out our best qualities, to remind us of this. So I don't know if there is such a tarot deck, but I know that the male and female both has great positive characteristics, and I like focusing on that myself. I like to focus on what's inside of me positive, and then after I understand that, then I'll work on the opposite and the negative. So let's see what is it that's hidden that the divine feminine is looking for. The Ten of Cups. This is the Ten of Cups. We're looking for the Ten of Cups, guys. What this means is to have complete satisfaction in life. Emotional satisfaction, mental satisfaction, happy with your physical body, and happy with your thoughts, happy with how your emotions and heart feels, and there's one more. Oh yeah, your passions and love. You're very happy with what you love and your passions, and if you're not, you're moving in that direction, because this is when you have all four elements in balance, and you're just really grateful to be alive. You feel like you have everything you need. You don't look for anything outside of yourself. You see, that's just her. She's not looking for anything outside of herself to make herself happy. She has it all right there. And she's growing and abundant. And her emotions, those are full of her emotions. And they're very abundant and bountiful, divine feminine. And, these are the things, this is what's hidden inside of you. This is what Holy Spirit is asking you to begin to look for, to make friends with your shadow side, and you bring the light and the dark together. And we're not afraid of the darkness, because our dark half protects our light half. And it's meant to be that way. It's fitting, right? We are the lion and we are the lamb. And that's the way it is. We're the lion and the lamb all combined into one. Those of us who are working on bettering ourselves and the world around us, God protects us. And He protects us by trusting us with our own shadows. That we know what we're going to do. If we have to work through the shadow, then we know we can handle that and do what needs to be done. If we run across a demon, our light part is not going to work. We need to work through our shadow, the ferocity, intention. A bad spirit, we cast it out. We make ourselves whole by integrating our whole self. We don't run from our shadows. The star. Yeah, the right hand needs the left and the left hand needs the right. Yeah, you need both hands to make a whole. You know, I mean, really think about it. You want both hands, right? You can hold on to things that way. You understand stuff better. It's hard if you ain't got but one hand sometimes. Balance. It's all about balance. God balances everything out. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Page of Cups. It's a universal mystery, isn't it? It's a universal mystery. Okay, what else would you tell us? So we've got the star here, and everybody knows the star is full of hope, faith, imagination, creativity, thinks of the whole. When she thinks of the world, she considers it as one world and not, 7 nations. She sees it as everybody needs mostly the same things: food, nutrition, medical, a home, love, and a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful intellectual and spiritual education in all things. From how to take care of themselves as they are children and growing up, learning how to cook, learning how to clean. Because parents are working so much, they don't really get to teach their children these things that are so important in living out in the world, right? Kids go out and they eat McDonald's every day. Ooh, no, no, no. Teach your children to cook with your children, cook with your family. Any chance and opportunity you get, you will not believe it. I have my grandchildren, and some people freaked out, but I gave them a butter knife at 2, 3 years old, and they helped me cut celery. How bad are they going to cut themselves with a butter knife? And they're only going to do it once. And I had people freak out. Well, they never did cut themselves, for one thing. And they loved working with Grandma. And Grandma worked with them at the kitchen and taught them how to do it at the table on a cutting board. And those girls can cook and do anything. They make full-blown meals. And they're in there under 25. 2 of them, of the granddaughters, are under 25. And they can cook anything. They're going to make good wives someday. And neither one of them are married. I was so proud of them. I was married at 15, and their mothers was married at 18. And now here I have these granddaughters. They're beautiful, beautiful, and they are not married, and they don't want to get married, and I am so proud of them. What do we have here? We have the Empress, ladies. The Empress. And these are, the blessings of what you will find within. And one more thing I want to say, you have gems inside of you, that you would not believe, epiphanies, miracles that God has stored within you. They're there, they're in you, it's in you. Jesus said that many times. It's been heard throughout time. God's blessings were left within us. It was in our DNA. It is in our DNA. Primordial mother, we still have her blood. And that makes sense to why the divine feminine is so important, because she carries the blood and the waters of the primordial mother. And that's what makes you magic, honey. And when you start stirring those primordial waters up within your heart, the depths of your soul, God only knows what's going to come up for you. All the blessings that's been stored there for lifetimes and lifetimes, perhaps. This is the time. This is when we reach it. This is when we bring, heaven to earth and change the collective consciousness, and people begin to have more fairness and wholesomeness and love in their hearts. And it starts one person at a time. One at a time. And one can change 3. And then those 3 change 10. And those 10 change 30. And those 30 change 300. And it goes on and on and on through the collective. It's like a disease, but it's a good one. Crazy. Okay, God says it's time for us to rest on those ideas, right? That's what this means. 4 swords, resting and rest. And rest on 4, I'm getting it. So we're not going to have a very long video tonight, but we just come out of new moon, Mars and Sun in Scorpio. The Mars and Sun was 1 degree apart from each other. And the new moon is the dark moon, right? It's black. Nobody sees the new moon. It's before it, shows itself. And so those 2 in Scorpio, which is all about our deepest, darkest personal issues and emotions, and the sun shining in there, and Mars is a fire planet as well. Looking within ourselves at this moment, and they're opposite of Uranus, which is higher spiritual intelligence. So a lot of light is coming in right now that is being shown into your inner world. And I just got a really wonderful kick right there, which all I'm saying is, 1 or 2 minutes of laying on your bed, breathing, relaxing, and just allowing yourself to think of your heart as a bottle with a message in it, a container. And you kind of actually go down in there and see what is in that container. And you do it through your spiritual imagination. You have choices and you have magic. And God says, look for your magic because it's all in you. And you only have to work on it a little bit for it to be activated. I mean, this is the message. What can I say? Yeah, we all have magic, especially divine feminine, hidden deep, deep within, because we are connected to the primordial mother. Yeah, primordial mother. Scorpio is somewhat about magic as well, right? So, protect yourselves. We got King and Queen of Swords here. Look within and find, those beautiful little secrets about yourself. And don't forget to love yourself and appreciate yourself for who you are and be loved. God wanted me to make sure I asked you that, okay? God wants me to ask you to say the word be loved to yourself and understand what that means. Because we're called the beloveds. That means we accept the love. We accept from ourselves, we accept it from God, and we also accept it from others. Right? Right. It's all about having the strength and courage to love yourself and be loved and get in touch with your deepest intuition and instincts, because that's what this is all about. Diving within, looking at your intuition and your instincts, loving and feeling your emotions. Look within you. It's in you. The treasure, the wonderful feelings, the wonderful emotions. The Empress. Ooh, ladies, you guys are really, wow, I should have talked on that. Yeah, the Empress, the Star. You guys have been transforming. You have been diving deep. You guys been doing some big time work. Kick. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And And now God says you need to take a day to rest and relax and pamper yourself, with a beautiful foot bath or, healthy fruit. And what am I saying? I probably would love to have a little piece of white cake with some raspberries. Yummy, yummy. To me, that's a blessing. And, anything you feel is a blessing is a blessing. And that's judgment. And that's it, ladies. This is about your throat chakra right here, speaking your truth, standing in your truth, walking in your truth, and looking beautiful while you are doing it. Oh, you guys see it all. You guys see. You see. I love you, collective. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a wonderful evening. God bless. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.